Hi, I'm Janvi,
I'm Priyanka.
and we're the other two of the three crows.
Old ones.
Yes. Um, so we actually are not as far as Eileen, who I think has probably finished the book by
She
now.
has.
But we are currently reading Jane Austen's Emma, and Bianca's reading on a regular book that people use, and I'm using the 21st century version. Um, but we've basically only gotten to um,
We're at
chapter
chapter
six.
6. Yep.
Yeah. Because we're really slow readers and really only read like 10 minutes a night. Um, but I've watched personally a lot of renditions of Emma, including like a Hindi film version called Aisha. I think it was really, at least with the Indian version that I watched, like very similar way that the all the characters were introduced and like you kind of get a little background from Emma's point of view more so as to like who they are and like how she kind of relates to them and how she's going to manipulate their lives for her own entertainment.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of the renditions of Emma, and looking forward to it. I've never seen Clueless, and that's something I should do, probably. So we're not very far into the book, but so far, it's very clear, very easy to read. If we had been reading more than 10 minutes a night, I'm sure we would have been further by now.
Probably right where I need.
The one thing I don't really like, other than Emma's brattiness, of course, is how everything is all completely about her. I mean, none of the characters have anything else in their lives except Emma. Everyone is so concerned about her, about how perfect she is, or about how annoying she is, or whatever, but everything, every little detail so far has been
Yes,
about her.
that's because the book is titled Emma. So,
But, I mean, Pride and Prejudice was about Lizzie Bennet, and
but,
that wasn't the main focus of the book.
but Pride and Prejudice wasn't called Elizabeth Bennet. It was called Pride and Prejudice because it was supposed to be about the relationships within it. There's more than one relationship in there. Anyways, going on. It's about the
Touche.
family. But yeah, it. I think something we were talking about before was like that there is a lot of room for character development in the story, which is really exciting. And it's just, I mean, the way that she's like Jane Austen introduces each of the characters is like really interesting and it really clears, like paints a clear portrait of the characters and kind of you can kind of see the role that they might play and just it's interesting to figure out what Emma's gonna do to mess up their life or make it better and
She seems very confident about, exactly how she is going to redirect their lives into better paths because she's a brat and because no one corrects her really.
mhm.
She makes these snap judgments about people as she meets them, and they're all very clearly laid out in the book. So every time we meet a character, we know exactly what Emma has planned for them. But yeah, I guess it's going to be interesting to see how all of that goes awry.
And comes back into her face. And then Eileen's wish will come true. Refer back to Eileen's. No, it was 1, 2, 3. She said it 3 times. But yeah, so that's as far as we've gotten. I think the last thing that we left off on was Emma trying scheming on how to set Harriet up. So more to come later once we start reading. I think it's up into 20 minutes a night. And yeah, you've probably noticed that we're not as like passionate as Eileen in our speaking, but hopefully that'll change. We'll be a little
That's
bit
our
more
promise.
entertaining. But yeah.
And next, you'll probably get Eileen's review of the whole book, so stay tuned for that. Till next time.